don't understand how this last testimony is very prophetic. Just last minute before the surgery.
Yes, sir.
Did you just hear last minute?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just the last minute before the
sir.
surgery. The girl said, I know that God has healed me.
What God cannot do does not exist. What my God cannot do does not exist. My name is Barbie. I am testifying from Abuja. I'm actually here to testify about my girlfriend, that her daughter was rushed to the hospital for an emergency surgery. The doctor said that the daughter was having intestine obstruction, and they queried a mass on her pelvic area. That they've been booked for surgery. But the surgery is supposed to take place on Tuesday around 9 a.m. So I was like, really? I didn't know what came into me. Immediately I stood up and I screamed, not on my watch. I told her to hold on to God and listen to some of the past prayers on NSPPD, that God has done something worse and more difficult for some people. That this, her daughter's case, is not going to be different. She now said, okay. And I told her to send me the picture of her daughter. She sent me the picture of her daughter. Her stomach was so swollen. She said the doctor has been throwing up and has not eaten any food for the past 3 weeks, that a pipe was fixed through her to give her water and all that, that whatever liquid that goes in, she throws up, that she doesn't know what to do anymore. She was just crying. I told her I believe in the God of Pastor Jerry, that this altar of fire has really helped a lot of people. So our own case is just a my case. So after the prayers on Monday, on Tuesday again, I followed up with the prayers on NSPPD, and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. After that, I had the faith that God has answered our prayers. So on Friday, so she chatted me up, was not telling me that she's sorry that I have not heard from her. That I was like, oh, sorry, my dear, how is your health and how is your daughter? She just sent a message, what God cannot do does not exist. I knew when I saw that what God cannot do does not exist, that my God has done the miracle. She now said that her daughter that was rushed in and for an emergency surgery, that the God of NSPPD came to heal her some minutes before 9 a.m. when she was booked for the surgery. That the doctor had already worn her surgery gown. 3 surgeons were in the theater room waiting for her to be wheeled in. She was waiting for the wheelchair to come and wheel in her daughter to the theater room. That she was already waiting, and the doctor now tapped her and now told her, Mommy, can we redo the scan? She now, thank God, she now beckoned on one of the surgeons and asked him to come. And the doctor repeated what she said, that she thinks God has healed her. That can they redo the scan, that God has healed her, that she has the faith, she has the feeling that God has healed her. The doctor now said, okay. But before then, she had gone to the toilet like 4 times. You can imagine someone that has not eaten for 3 weeks going to the toilet for the 4th times. Okay, that the surgeon now agreed. They now went for scan. After the scan, they were confused. They didn't understand the result and all that. That they now went for MRI, and after that, the doctor now said there is no need of emergency surgery anymore, because the intestine was not obstructed anymore. No more intestine obstruction, and the mass on her pelvic part area, nothing was there anymore. Now the doctor was like, woman, take your daughter home. In fact, go and look for something she will eat. And that was how my friend started shouting at the hospital, what God cannot do does not exist and all that. Immediately she told me this, I was actually at a quiet place. I started screaming, what God cannot do does not exist. Pastor Jerry, I don't know how to, like, I've been holding, I can't even hold myself anymore. Like, I've been telling a lot of people about the testimony. I am so happy. My friend's daughter that is 13 years, that would have gone for intestine obstruction surgery and all that, God of NSPPD healed her. I die for this altar. You see this altar of NSPPD, we die here. Pastor Jerry, may God bless you.
I don't know, but God just put this word in my spirit. What they did not give you, God is sending someone that will give you 10 times more than that. Amen. Receive it right now. Amen. Receive it right now. Amen. Let your amen sound louder.